Good morning and good afternoon to everyone. Today I am going to discuss three European literatures, French, Italian, and Spanish literature, including their history and key works. Let's start on the Italian literature. It started in the 13th century in regions like Sicily and Florence. At first, writers used formal Latin or French styles. Soon, famous writers called the Three Crowns, Dante, Petrarch, and Boccaccio decided to write using the everyday spoken language of normal people instead of formal Latin. This big change made literature accessible to everyone, created the foundation for the modern Italian language, and helped start the Renaissance by focusing on real human experiences. Moving on to our key author. Giovanni Boccaccio was a master Italian writer, best known for his famous work, the Decameron. And this is the background and history of Giovanni Boccaccio. He was born in 1313 and died in 1375. He was an important Italian poet, scholar, and Renaissance humanist born in Florence. Mentored in classical studies and influenced by his close friend Petrarch, he observed firsthand the devastating impact of the Black Death in Florence. He is celebrated as one of the founding fathers of Italian vernacular literature alongside Dante and Petrarch. The Decameron is a masterpiece frame narrative written by Giovanni Boccaccio. Set during the 1348 Black Plague, it tells the story of 10 young Florentines, 7 women, and 3 men, who retreat to a secluded villa outside Florence for 2 weeks. To pass the time, each tell one story per night for 10 days, resulting in 100 tales covering love, fortune, and human nature. This is the importance of Giovanni Boccaccio in literature. He revolutionized prose by writing the Decameron in everyday Italian spoken language rather than Latin, establishing prose as a major literary form. His focus on human cleverness, personal choices, and real-life experiences laid the foundational elements for Renaissance humanism and paved the way for modern storytelling. And now I will read a quick summary of the Decameron by Giovanni Boccaccio. In 1348, a terrible disease called the Black Death spread through the city of Florence in Italy, killing thousands of people. To stay safe, 10 young friends, 7 women, and 3 men flee the city and hide together in a beautiful mansion in the countryside. To entertain themselves during their 2-week stay, they agree on a fun game. Every day, they choose a leader who picks a theme like lucky endings or tricks people play on each other. Then each person tells one story matching that theme. By the end of 10 days, they have told 100 short stories in total. These stories are full of funny adventures, clever jokes, romantic love, and tricks on greedy priests or foolish neighbors. Ultimately, this book is about people saying. And we move on to the next European literature, the Spanish literature. Spanish literature started in the Middle Ages with heroic poems and folk songs. During the Golden Age in the 16th and 17th centuries, writers began using everyday speech, humor, and complex characters. This period changed storytelling forever by creating the modern novel and combining fantasy with real life. Moving on, we have Miguel de Cervantes, the central figure of Spanish literature and the author of Don Quixote. Miguel de Cervantes, born on 1547 and died in 1616. He was a famous Spanish novelist, poet, and a playwright born in Alcalá de Henares, Spain. He led an adventurous life, serving as a soldier, surviving years as a captive in Algiers, and working as a tax collector. Drawing from his hardships and life experiences, he became the central figure of Spanish literature. And this is the literary piece written by Miguel de Cervantes, the Don Quixote. It is all about the story of Alonso Quijano, An aging noble who reads too many books about knights. Believing he is a real knight named Don Quixote, he sets off on adventures with his neighbor Sancho Panza to revive chivalry and protect the helpless, leading to funny and tragic encounters. And this is the importance of Miguel de Cervantes to the literature. Cervantes created what many consider the first modern novel by breaking away from traditional knight stories. His story explored deep ideas like reality versus imagination, character growth over time, and human idealism, which established the groundwork for all modern fiction. And now I will read a quick summary of Don Quixote by Miguel de Cervantes. Alonso Quijano, an elderly Spanish noble, reads so many chivalric adventure books about chivalrous knights that he loses his mind and decides to become a real knight, named Don Quixote. He wears rusty armor, rides an old horse, and hires a practical peasant named Sancho Panza as his loyal squire. Together, they travel the countryside looking for noble quests to win the heart of Dulcinea, an imaginary lady. Because Don Quixote is completely delusional, he constantly mistakes ordinary sights for fantasy threat, famously attacking giant windmills believing they are evil monsters. After many misadventures, beating, and failures, he eventually recovers his sanity right before dying peacefully at home. And as we move on to the third and last European literature, the French literature. And this is the background and history of French literature. French literature developed during the Middle Ages, 11th to 15th centuries with epic poems and Arthurian romances, which brought major cultural changes to France. Over the centuries, it expanded through Renaissance, Enlightenment, and modern eras. Writers explored themes such as reason, individual liberty, social justice, and human emotions, moving literature beyond royal courts to reflect the experiences of ordinary people and revolutionaries. Across these eras, literary forms like philosophical essays, classic plays, romantic poetry, realistic novels, and modern existentialist dramas flourish. Influenced by humanism and Enlightenment thought, these works preserve France's culture and traditions, making medieval to modern French literature one of the most significant and influential traditions in the modern history. Moving on, we have Guy de Maupassant, a master of French literature and the author of The Necklace. Guy de Maupassant was a prominent 19th century author born in Normandy, France, mentored by the famed novelist Gustave Flaubert. He drew inspiration from his service in the Franco-Prussian War and his experience as a Paris government clerk. He is considered one of France's greatest writers and a pioneer of the modern short story. And this is his literary masterpiece, The Necklace. It is a famous realist short story about Mathilde Loisel, a woman who borrows a diamond necklace to fit into high society. After losing it, she and her husband spent 10 grueling years in poverty to buy a costly replacement only to learn the original was a worthless fake. Guy de Maupassant's importance to literature is that he revolutionized short fiction by pioneering the slice-of-life literary style. His objective realism depicting ordinary, everyday human struggles and deeply influenced modern fictions and storytelling worldwide. And now, I will read a quick summary of The Necklace by Guy de Maupassant. Mathilde Loisel is a middle-class woman who constantly dreams of being rich and famous. When her husband gets them an invitation to a fancy party, she borrows a beautiful necklace from a wealthy friend to look the part. She enjoys a wonderful night, but when they get home, she discovers the necklace is missing. They are too shy to admit the loss. Mathilde and her husband secretly buy an exact replacement for a massive amount of money. To pay off the heavy debt, they spend 10 painful years working relentless, grueling jobs which completely destroys Mathilde's beauty and health. At the end, Mathilde runs into her wealthy friend and finally confesses what happened, only to learn the cruel truth. The original necklace was cheap costume jewelry made of fake glass. Thank you all for listening.